Well, folks, welcome to another edition of Canada's Hawaiian Island. It's May 27th today, 2012, and I'm at an undisclosed location here on Salt Spring Island, and one of the better microclimates. Canada is divided into different growing zones from Zone 0 to Zone 9A. And this would be a Zone 9A garden, or at least the high end of Zone 8B. And proof is in the pudding when you see what grows here. Behind me here are Trachycarpus fortunei palms that are taller than the house. This is a male right here. On the right and on the left is a female. And this one's in full bloom. And the female this year, she's way behind. I cut a lot of seeds off that one last year. Looks like she may be taking a break. There's a male over here to the right as well in full bloom. And I'll grab the camera and I'll show you. Here's a huge Camerops humulus palm. This one was planted around 16 or 17 years ago. So it's a Mediterranean fan palm. These are Chinese windmill palms. In here, coming into bloom also is a Trachycarpus wagnerianus. And there's a Butea capitata behind it, which is a pinnate species. And there's some yucca, looks like recurvifolia in bloom here as well. Some huge pedicites. And I see some Mycophia in bloom here as well. Some large Fatsia trees on this side. On that side is the ocean, and we have bananas, buteas growing down there. There's large fig trees and lots of other goodies. So I will grab the camera and I will show you exactly what this garden looks like. I'll give you a little tour of it. So there's a male palm in bloom right there, Trachycarpus fortunei. It's actually a double whammy. There's another trunk coming out the side here at the base, so it's obviously two palms, but that's what the flowers look like. Lots of flowers on that and lots of pollen coming off of that tree. And there's the Camerops humulus, huge Mediterranean fan palm. There's a large hedge of Pseudosassa japonica bamboo. Lots of sun down here. It's a southwest facing sort of alcove, and so it's very sheltered from strong winds. And it's got the 100% ocean influence right there. Doesn't get any better than this for good microclimates. This is a Trachycarpus wagnerianus, female, coming into bloom. It's got smaller, stiffer fronds than the fortunei palms. And you can see the yuccas blooming right there. There's a Choice Eternata in bloom. That's Mexican orange. There's actually a Dicksonia antarctica here as well, a small tree fern. Now where is that tree fern? Oh, there it is right there. Little Dicksonia pushing out fronds. It's such a mild location. Another Trachycarpus palm. There's Fatsia japonica trees here and they got fruit on them. There's one of the tikis I carved. I carved that I guess it was last June or July I carved this for the owners of this property. I wanted a tiki in here. It kind of goes good with the tropical garden, so that's one of my chainsaw creations. But this is a spectacular and prime growing location. You can see the Butea capitata in here. That's a pindo palm. It's got the feather fronds on it and a large trunk. Nothing gets protected in this garden. It's all survival of the fittest. There's nobody here most of the time. It's pretty much vacant year-round. There's some Delosperma cooperi there. Those are ice plants. And self-seeded Trachycarpus palms around them. Wisteria in bloom. There's a large fig tree there, Ficus carica, loaded with figs. And going down to the ocean's edge here, we have lots of interesting plants. There's a small recurvifolia yucca. And these are, looks like yellow flag water irises that are growing in a wet spot there. Musabaju, Japanese fiber banana. There's a large stand of Phylostachys bambuzoides, timber bamboo. And one of my favorites in the garden is a large Butea capitata. This one was planted, I guess, around 18 years ago. And it's never had anything done to it. Look at the size of the spears coming out of this thing. Huge center spears. Beautiful palm, large trunk. Put my boot on it so you can see the size of it. This is a big plant. Big palm tree. Love the Gunnera manicata. There's a southern Magnolia grandiflora growing in there. There's some bronze. That's not cordyline, that's Phormium tenax bronze. Purpurea. Filamentosa yucca right there. And there's the variegated Phormium tenax. See what else we have in here. There's more palms growing underneath there. Just absolutely beautiful. So you walk through these palm trees here. Males in bloom right here. That's a hybrid male, Trachycarpus. This is a Trachycarpus fortunei here, male in bloom. And there's a Wagnerianus down here too. Oh, that's a Waggy, sorry. My bad. That's a Trachycarpus Wagnerianus. This is a Trachycarpus hybrid here, and it's a female. So I collected seed off that one before. You got Fremontodendron in bloom here, and there's bees in it already. This is a tree. Some more yuccas growing underneath there. Spectacular view to the white crushed shell beach. And down below here we have a sable miner, native to the southeastern United States. That's a beautiful palm. There's some Daphne, Gloriola, spurge, and there's some Euphorbia, special one, variegated. There's the sable miner. Looks like somebody cut some fronds off and it wasn't me. And there's some Yucca gloriosa superba with a flower spike coming out. Large cordyline australis tree, Formium tenax here. And there's the Gunnera manicata. Isn't that beautiful? And there's a huge Eucalyptus dularium pleana there. There's actually a Livistona chinensis palm around the other side of the house. And more bambuzoides over there, Philostachys bambuzoides in a fig tree. So there's many exotic gardens like this on Salt Spring Island, hidden in the best microclimates. I'll show you the size of this trunk here, of the cordyline. There's my hand, and I have very large hands, so that gives you an idea how big it is. That's a big cordyline trunk. Another banana coming up there. Pretty cool place, huh? Grow it all here on Salt Spring Island. And plants don't lie, that's for sure. When you see long-term plants like this, you know you're in a good microclimate. There's some native spathifolium, sedum spathifolium, and another type of sedum growing here on the rocks. So the native sedums are in bloom right now, right there, and those are fragrant. So that's sedum spathifolium. We also have native cactus on Salt Spring, and it doesn't grow too far from here. It's Opuntia fragilis. So there's an overall view of the garden. I'll go up here. Boy, this gunner is taken off. It's in a wet spot, so it sucks up a lot of water. This Camarops is freaking huge. European fan palm, Mediterranean fan palm, whatever you want to call it. So there's an overall view of the garden. On a beautiful May day on Salt Spring Island, Canada's banana belt.